Hello, and welcome to the Journey with Janey podcast. We are on season 4, episode 9, and I've called today's podcast Learning from What's Around Us. Weekend just gone has been all about family time, sharing the space with my brother, with the children, with Charlotte and James, at the Northumberland County Show. As many of you know, I love taking photographs of random things, and I spent the morning on Saturday with Thomas and I and the team getting ready to show their pedigree Hereford cattle and also their Charolais. This was a new venture for them at the Northumberland County Show, and all went well. It was absolutely amazing. The weather was perfect, and we got to spend time as a family. Dad was there, and also with friends afterwards as well. And I think probably for me, the gratitude for the connections and all the support over the Saturday show day, and also the preparation that goes in beforehand that nobody sees, not just into the cattle, not just into the sheep, not just into the exhibitors, all the help and support that goes into creating that show is created by volunteers. So grateful to each and every person that made Saturday such a huge success. And it also made me aware that not everyone has that loving, supportive family around them like myself, and for that I am truly grateful that I do have that, but I am aware that not everybody has that support, which made me think about the importance of finding your own tribe and the people who truly see you for what you are, and they're always there as your support network. So finding your tribe and people having your back is as important as family. I also had a meeting cancelled last week, and that was fine. This was one thing that came straight into my head and has become more and more important to me, is that family comes first. The person was required elsewhere for their family and were going to make time for me, and I basically said, no, family comes first. I am happy to go and spend my time that would have been the meeting. It was actually it was giving me the gift of time back to do what I love, which is writing. And family coming first, that doesn't need to be as in blood relations. Family as in your tribe, the people who see you for who you are, the family and support of friendships that really matter, your chosen family as such. So it's sometimes your tribe isn't who you expect it to be. It could be somebody that's been in your life for a long time. It could be people who've been in your life for a long time that you suddenly reconnect to. And understanding that they become the people that they become exactly the people that you need, the people who light you up, the people who support you in what you're doing without questions, and understand what is happening in your life. They're there as a sounding board and someone to support. I think support, love, share moments with, and not take for granted is what I'm trying to say. Finding your tribe. I've talked about this. I think there's a podcast called Finding Your Tribe where I go into this in more depth. And I have to be grateful for the sunshine over the weekend. I am a sun worshipper, no word of a lie. And that came through in my Reiki attunement. The sun was quite strong in all of that. But what sun does is make us realise, or makes us notice, life. It makes everybody so happy. It changes the mood and the energy when the sun comes out. It definitely makes me smile. I don't know how it makes you feel. And all week I've been posting on socials about slowing down long enough to actually look around and see what's going on with the nature around us. Our green fields are scattered with yellow buttercups, daisies, dandelions, and I've taken photographs, but I've actually stopped and looked at how the buttercup is formed, something I've never actually done. I've looked at the buttercup, I've taken a photograph, a perspective of the buttercup being really big and the tree in the background, which goes into a whole different teaching on perception. Like, what is big, what is small? If you've got nothing to compare it with, then yeah. Anyway, like I say, a whole different area of teaching. And what I've realised this week is nature teaches us everything. And what we have to remember is we are nature. We are nature. Some of the trees outside are still bare here. They have no leaves, while others are full of leaves. And like I mentioned, the buttercups and the daisies that we actually just walk past. We just know that they're out at this time of year. And it was a reminder to me that everything grows in its own time. Nature never compares itself. That tree, or those trees outside that have no leaves, that tree isn't comparing itself to the other trees that actually have their leaves. It just lets it happen, and it simply becomes the tree with leaves at a certain point. And I think if you go further into the we are nature, it took me a while to kind of grasp this as well. But if you think about how we move in seasons, I've talked about me wintering over the winter, but there's other ways of relating that. When I was in Bermuda last year, going into the caves, and I have actually spoken about this on socials today, we as humans move in seasons, and it doesn't need to be as in a season of 3 or 4 months. It can be on a daily basis that we're in a different season. So when I was in Bermuda and I went into those caves, I was in my season of winter. It was going into the darkness. It was entering that cave that I feared. But it was also coming into spring, because it gave me so much teaching while I was in there. So all I'm saying is, some people are blooming, others are resting, some are healing, some are rebuilding. Everybody's in a different season, even though the season that we're in, as in nature's season outside the outside environment, our inside environment may be totally different. Our human season, the season within, could be something totally different to what's happening on the outside. And that's a reminder that our senses, sometimes you just have to switch off your senses and listen to what's going on inside. And there's nothing wrong with where you are now. You're exactly where you're meant to be. So this week, slow down. I know I say this all the time, but slow down long enough to look around. Look at the daisies. Look at the dandelions. Look at the buttercups. Like, don't pick them up to look at them. Lie down on the grass and look at the buttercups. Look at the daisies. If you lie there long enough, chances are there'll be a lovely butterfly comes and lands on one. Notice those small things, not necessarily daisies and buttercups, but other things as you're going around and going about your day. And also notice the people who truly matter. That's a real biggie. And that came through loud and clear for me at the weekend. The support network, the connections, the friends I haven't seen for a long time, the hugs, the laughter, the tears, everything. Notice how life is always teaching us something. We can all go round on that hamster wheel of, like, I've talked about this before, getting up in the morning, going to work, wondering how we got there, doing the work, coming home, having tea, blah-de-blah-de-blah, rinse and repeat, same thing, day in, day out. All I'm saying is, as you walk to your car in the morning, is there, I don't know, a tree that's got leaves on it for now, or is there, I don't know, you post in the comments what is actually happening and what you are actually seeing out in nature. And maybe the answers we're searching for have been around us all along, in the nature outside, in connection, and in those simple moments we usually rush past. So from me to you, have an amazing week and slow down to speed up. Thank you for joining me on the Journey with Janey podcast. It's always a pleasure to be with you on a Wednesday or whenever you are downloading and listening to the Journey with Janey podcast. All I ask is that you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And also remember, there are ways of contacting me through my website on www.journeywithjaney.com. There's a contact button to book a call, which is a free 15-minute call. And all the details of the ways to work with me are on my website. I'm always available for a chat, a DM, or just a message via LinkedIn or Instagram. We all have the social handles now. Just drop me a message and let's talk. And remember, we don't have to do this alone, which is exactly why I am here to help guide you on this journey. I am the me that I needed 3 years ago, and I hope and feel that I can help you on your journey of moving forward by taking small, simple steps. So from me to you, take care.